Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And today I have with me the energy of a group called the Ascended, who want to discuss the greatest test humanity is in right now. And that test is called awakening. And you're in it right now. Every single one of us, we're in this situation of awakening. And before we get into too much detail about what awakening as a test is, let us discuss what awakening actually means. The concept of awakening is the recognition that you are not simply a physical body, that you are not just a collection of thoughts and memories and emotions. Those are not the whole of you. You are a spiritual consciousness, an entity in the realm where you can experience the interaction of yourself with different states of being. In this case, you can change and orchestrate matter, time, and space. And you do this with your thoughts, and you do this with your memories, and you do this with your emotions. And you will hear us say this thousands of times until it is heard by those that need to hear. This concept of awakening is the recognition that you are not your body, you are not your mind, you are not your emotions. Those three elements of your consciousness are mechanisms for creation. That is, you get to experience the function of yourself as a soul, as a being able to orchestrate and be the architect of creation. That ultimately is what awakening is. When you know that you are the architect of creation, that is, your experiences, wherever you are in this world, whatever you are experiencing, you are the architect of that experience. If you choose to accept and believe certain things, then you will, of course, manufacture them as a product of your consciousness. This is what your consciousness does. You are designed to create, and you create with very specific things in very precise and specific ways. You can look out upon the natural world and you can see that the substances of time, space, and matter have been orchestrated into manifestations that you can observe with your own physical senses to be a very highly organized and efficient function. Is it not? Would you not agree that nature is a highly organized and efficient functioning of consciousness? And that you, as a soul, able to look out upon all of this individualized from it, to look on it objectively, unlike an animal or a tree or a plant or a fish, they cannot objectively evaluate the creation they are in. They simply carry out the experience of being an aspect of that creation with no capacity to self-reflect on the fact that they are part of creation. You, beautiful souls that are in this process of awakening, have the ability and the capacity to evaluate the process and experience you're in and effect change in your experience. You are, in fact, a creator of experiences. While the existing world as you know it was orchestrated and fabricated by an aspect of your being from which you've become currently disconnected, in your current embodiment, you may begin to reflect upon the nature and source of your life as not something that is determined wholly and completely by your body, by your thoughts, by your memories, by your emotions, by your past lives, by your anticipations. That there is an aspect of your being that is capable of no longer being subjective to the mind, the body, memory, and emotions, but able to effect and demonstrate conscious acts of creation in any given moment of time and space. And so each and every one of you, in various degrees, are awakening. You may be very sleepy-eyed, caught in the illusion that your thoughts and emotions are what constitutes who you are, in which case you will experience the polarity of pleasure and pain, joy and sorrow, good and evil, when you begin to transcend your subjectivity to the thoughts, to the memories, to the emotions, and you begin to consider and evaluate the nature and source of who you are as not being something derived from your body, as not being something derived from your memorized experiences. When you begin to consider that you are a transcendent aspect to your mind and body that can influence and affect it very differently, you move yourself into the realm of truly beginning to be awake. But many of you are in this process of awakening, still struggling with the idea that certain thoughts you feel define you and certain thoughts you would like to define you but do not. Certain emotions, certain experiences, keeping you bound to them, restricted to them, pain, pleasure, joy, sorrow, all of these keeping you stuck in an illusory self that never allows you to awaken. But the moment you begin to consider the nature and source of your thoughts, from where did your thoughts come? Where do your memories come from? And how is it that you are able to observe your thoughts? And how you are able to observe your memories? And how you're able to consider future possibilities? This you that can observe. Consider this you that can observe your thoughts and observe your emotions, to observe them fearlessly. Did you know that you can be in the midst of very difficult emotions and be fearlessly undisturbed by them? So, oh, there's some great anxiety and there's great sadness, there's great depression, there's great rage in me, but you are not captivated or captured by them. You're simply aware. In that place of awareness is where you are awakened. In the place of awareness, you are awakened. In the place of simple observation of your thoughts and your memories and emotions, you are awakening. But when you recognize you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you are not your body, you are awakened. For you're no longer going to be governed by your thoughts or your body or your memories or your experiences. You'll be considering then the process of creation, which can be understood better as you begin to reflect upon yourself. What are you that is able to observe thoughts? Who are you that is able to be the watcher of your mind, your emotions, and your memories? Contemplate this, evaluate this, turn your attention towards this aspect of yourself that is in quiet observation most of the time, but can move into proactive creation when you realize that you are that which you are observing from the perspective that we suggest, that you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you are not your body, you are a spiritual consciousness, a soul, an aspect of a divine consciousness. And the words may have no meaning. This concept of divine consciousness may have no meaning for you at this time. But we can assure you that when you begin to contemplate, to step away from your thinking mind, your memorized mind, your emotional nature, and you begin to step away from that and contemplate yourself, not as the thoughts, not as the emotions, not as the, but in contemplation of what you are as this awareness, the you that can watch your thoughts. Explore this aspect of yourself. For you are in a process right now, the greatest test ever for humanity, the test of awakening. And in your awakening, you will find liberation from your suffering. In awakening, you will find liberation from your suffering when you recognize distinctly that your thoughts, your memories, your emotions do not constitute the nature of who and what you are, but constitute the nature of experiences that the body has had in this time-space experience, but that you are not the form, you are not the thought, you are not the emotions, you are a spiritual consciousness capable of very wondrous and beautiful creations. When you are awakened sufficiently enough to know that you recognize then that thought is a function of creation. Emotion is the substance for its manifestation, and matter the medium through which creation outpictures itself as a product of your creative consciousness. In the awakened state, you are able to consciously and deliberately evaluate a thought before you give it life. You are able to evaluate an emotion before you embody it into your life. In the place of being awakened, you are no longer subjective to thought and emotion, but thought and emotion become as tools for you to employ in the function of creation. As all of you are doing this, whether you are aware of it or not, every single soul in this planet is deliberately and intentionally creating, and many are not so deliberately and unintentionally creating, or more so unconsciously doing so, unaware that certain thoughts cause very specific changes, certain emotions cause very specific actions in your life. Very few are realizing this at this point in your collective unconscious, but it is time you begin to evaluate now, or continue in the difficulty of struggling with the illusions of thought and the illusions of memory and the illusions of emotion, rather than being the orchestrator or the fabricator of thought. For you can choose and manifest thought as a function of your will, as equally as you can stimulate energy to change into the function of emotion you call. We came quite simply to remind you that you are in the middle of the greatest test you will ever be in, the test of awakening, that you are a soul, a consciousness, part of a greater consciousness that is not part of this world, but resides within the world. It seems to be paradoxical. It is both hidden and seen at the same time. It is all eyes, all ears, all mouths. It is the sun, the moon, the wind. It is the visible and the invisible. It is the invisible made visible. And you are an aspect of this being. The awakening begins when you begin to evaluate your thinking mind. Where are the thoughts coming from? What will they create? You need to learn to evaluate that. When will you begin to evaluate what your thinking mind is thinking, and from where do your thoughts originate? When you recognize that thoughts are not you, that you can observe thoughts, you are awakening. When you recognize you have certain emotions, but you are not the emotions, you are awakening. When you realize you have a body, but you are not the body, you are awakening. And when you are awakened, you deliberately and consciously utilize the structure and fabrication of thought, the transformation and transmutation of emotional energy into a creative process. And you are all doing this. Every single soul upon this planet is doing this, whether you are aware or awake or not. Each and every one of you is employing the function of creation, irrespective of how awake or how asleep you are. The more awake you are, of course, you are more deliberate and precise and meticulous about what you will create. The less awake you are, the more you feel like the world is something being imposed upon you against your own will. The more deep asleep you are, the more victimized you will feel by the world. This is what victimhood means. It means you believe that you have no power or authority to control, transform, transmute, or change the existing conditions of your life or your world, and yet you are doing so. Even by denying that truth, you assert a function of creation, so you live the truth of your own assertion that you have no authority, and so you shall live that. But if you begin to recognize that thought, emotion, are mechanisms of creation, and you are more meticulous and precise about what you would choose to think, what you would choose to believe, what you would choose to say or do, recognizing that these functions are extensions of creative consciousness, asserting effects in time and space, then you will become more perhaps diligent in what you will allow your mind to think, what you will choose to think, or what you will choose to consider as new possibilities for your life. But there is not one amongst you upon this planet that is outside the function of creation. All of you are in the function of creation, irrespective of your existing position in life. Whether you are sleeping on a street or flying in a spaceship, a leader in a government, or a mother in a home, every single soul upon the face of this earth is in creation and participating in it, whether that is consciously or not. Every one of you is participating in the function of creation. The great awakening that is unfolding before you right now is that there are many of you, a few billion of you, beginning to awaken to realize that thought is not who you are. Memory is not what has to define you, that you can assert an influence over time and space and matter. You, no matter what your position in life, the moment you begin to realize that you have the authority to select, choose, and change your thoughts, you will begin to awaken yourself. The moment you realize your thoughts are not who you are, in fact, that process of evaluation, if you begin it, you'll find that most, if not all, of the thoughts in your mind did not originate from you. Very few of you have chosen your own original thoughts and ideas. Very few of you have chosen your own original thoughts and ideas, oftentimes deferring to simply accepting the thoughts, the ideas, the beliefs that were given to you unquestioningly. As a result, you find yourself in an interesting position of uncertainty that is a contradiction, in truth, to who you really are. Thank you so much for subscribing. We hope you understand this, that you are not your thoughts. You are in the test right now. You are in it. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are a soul, one that can observe your thoughts, observe your emotions, and effect a change within them and upon them, and thereby effecting change in the conditions of your world around you. It's a very simple, mechanical discussion to have, that this sequence of things. It is another thing for you to say, I am not my thoughts, and to know that that is true. So that if a thought is stimulated in your mind, or a thought is placed in your mind that is not good, you have the ability to say, that is not a thought I will accept. You watch a television show and they tell you should not trust people. You say, that is not a thought I wish to accept. For if you accept the thought that you cannot trust people, then rest assured the creative process will be set in motion so that you will encounter people that you cannot trust. The function of your thought is very exacting and precise. The intensity and degree of emotions connected to those thoughts determining the time frame at which a function of creation takes place in your environmental condition. That is, you have a thought, you have a very weak emotion attached to it. The function of the manifestation of that thought is very, very slow. But if you have a thought and a very strong and powerful emotion connected to it, well, you will shorten the amount of time it will take to manifest. But this all requires that you realize you are able to select, choose, reject thought as a function of your will, that you are able to transform, change, and transmute emotions from one state into another state, that you are able to do this. This is when you are awakening into the realm of your creator, where you become as the creator is, where you recognize you can create as the creator creates. You are all doing this, whether you're aware of it or not. Even your suffering is a function of creation. Your greatest triumphs, a function of creation. All that exists in the experience of your life whether it is in this lifetime or others past, all are functions of creation. You cannot escape the reality that you are an extension, a conscious individual capable of creation, acts of creating, acts of changing time, space, and matter. You are capable of this. Many of you have done this. When you get very excited, do you not change how fast time goes? Of course you do. Your energy changes time. If you're in a very low vibrational state, does not time slow down? You orchestrate, transform, transmute time all the time. You are orchestrating, transforming, and transmuting your experiences all of the time. Every moment of every instant of every day, you are in a function of creation, whether that be conscious or not. If you came into a human form, you are a participant in creation. You can be a conscious participant in creation or an unconscious participant, such as a fish or a tree, are unconscious participants in creation. They simply are being in creation, a part of creation, but they cannot distinguish themselves from creation, whereas those of you in human forms have this capability of distinguishing yourself as separate from the experience of body, separate from the experience of thought, separate from the experience of emotion, able to observe and orchestrate like the grand divine conductor does, orchestrating the limitless particles of energy, time, space that exist into the beauty and wonder that you witness all around you with your senses. So you too, born into a human form, have been endowed with the opportunity and the potential to awaken. And it begins with the first foundational step of evaluating and questioning. From where do your thoughts originate? And do your thoughts serve you? Which thoughts serve you? Which thoughts do not serve you? Thoughts are creative. The emotions that you have with thoughts are creative. How do you transcend your subjectivity to your past? How do you rise up out of your depression and your anxiety? How do you orchestrate and restructure the instrument to serve you, the vehicle to operate under your direction instead of you feeling like you are dragged around behind the back of a bus, as many of you do, feel like your life is pulling you along and you are helpless to stop it? Let us clarify that you are not helpless at all. You are simply lacking sufficient knowledge, experience, and understanding to know otherwise. But foundationally speaking, every single human in this dimension is endowed with the opportunity to become conscious, creating in this dimension where you can affect time, space, and matter and experience very deliberately. So we simply said to you today, you are in the middle of the greatest test. It is the test of awakening, of learning to distinguish between your thoughts, your memories, and your emotions. And until that distinction is clearly understood by you, then you will remain somewhat subjective to the experience of life, as if it were something being imposed and done to you against your will. Let us assure you that that belief is very effective, is it not? That if you believe your life is happening against you, then you will certainly experience life that way, all the while having the entire power of creation at your disposal to change it at will in an instant with the right knowledge, the right understanding, and the right application. You can restore yourself to your rightful place in creation, to know that you are not your body, you are not your mind, you are not your thoughts and emotions. These are all faculties for the practice and articulation of creation, quite simply. Wow. And so there we are, folks. We are literally at that place in creation. Right now, we are all in this process of awakening, and all of humanity. They said everybody, it doesn't matter how rich or poor we are all in that process of awakening right now at various degrees. We're either asleep. They're telling me to define sleep as being one who thinks that their thoughts, their emotions, and their body control them, that you can't change what you're thinking, you can't change what you're feeling, that you feel like you have no authority or control. That's when you are asleep. They say awakening begins when you start to evaluate your thought and question your thoughts, where they came from. That process of questioning and recognizing that you're not your thoughts is the process of beginning to awaken. I'm paraphrasing what they're saying now. Good morning. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Hi. Happy day to you too. Hello, Lauren. Hello, Danielle. Hi there. Good to see you again, Drusilla. There is only one. There really is only one. Thank you for that. Thank you, Jasmine, for that super sticker. Really appreciate it. Wonderful. Thank you. So I will take questions. Hopefully you'll ask questions on the subject matter that they're talking about, which is really important. You know, you ask questions about what you're really hearing here, about this process of awakening that we are all in right now. We're all in this process of awakening. Good morning, Danielle's asking, Ra has shown me several metal constructs spanning over the sun's body. Are they in relation to my creations and to include the symbol of the sun? Yes. Very strong yes. I'm also being told there's a yellow stone. There's a yellow stone that needs to be incorporated into that. Daniela, there's a yellow stone that needs to be incorporated into that piece of jewelry that you'll make with that symbol. I love when Ra does that. It's really cool. Hi. So I'm going to see if there's any questions. Thank you so much for liking the video. Really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. And yeah, so we're at a really wonderful time. Drusilla, citrine. I'm not sure if it's citrine. I'm just getting this like this yellow. It's not pure yellow, like true yellow. It's more like an orangey yellow. It's kind of like, maybe it is citrine. I'm not sure. JJ is saying, I can't wait to be a fully and consciously awakened person. Well, you're already more fully and consciously awakened than most people. Will bank approve exceeded limit on my credit card if I apply in the next few weeks? Thank you, William. Iris, yes, I will say that. So what you need to understand is that you need what you need. I mean, first of all, I got an immediate yes. But it's important because I was told a couple of years back, I was told that the function of debt is a violation of divine law. The function of debt is a violation of divine law. Nowhere in nature is there a debt. Nature is highly balanced, and we need to seek to emulate that. I would focus your consciousness not only on having your credit limit raised, but I'd also focus your consciousness that you are becoming abundant. It's funny that people ask for credit when it's actually debt, and debt when it's actually credit, because you have a thing called a debit card, right? Which is debit, but it's actually credit. Because when you're taking money out of money you have with your bank card, that's actually credit. But when you got like a credit card, like MasterCard, Visa, these things, they're debt cards. They're not credit cards, they're debt cards. And it's important to make the distinction between credit and debt. Money that you actually have is credit. Money you don't have is debt. It's that simple. And you need to get your mind focused on abundance. You have an abundance of credit. An abundance of credit, not credit card, credit, an abundance of having, not debt. It's important to make that distinction. A lot of people have been conditioned by people in positions of authority, given thoughts that the idea of credit means you're going to have more. In real terms, if you have credit, you do have more, but you don't owe anything. It's an abundance. Remember that. But focus on abundance. Are dreams just an extension of thoughts? 90% of them are, Andrea, yes. 90% of all dreams are just extensions of the thoughts you've acquired from this lifetime and others. And it's important to make a distinction between yourself, as I said earlier. Learn to make a distinction between yourself and your thoughts, your emotions, and your body. That the moment you start to question or evaluate thoughts, your body, and emotions, you start to distinguish yourself from being subjective to your thoughts, your emotions, and your body. And then you can move into the realm of creation, which is what they're saying here. Any message for me from my angels about receiving a good future soon? Yeah, they're saying stop thinking it's going to come from the future. It is important to embrace the goodness of your future now. Feel it now existing in your body. Feel it now. Feel that this is now. This is not to be soon. This is now. This is very now. Go into the energy of this is now. Go deeply into that. It is not in the future. It is now. 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 Go so deeply and profoundly into that feeling that it is now. And do not let your mind or your past or your fears interrupt you. Do not let yourself get interrupted by your mind. Do not let yourself get interrupted by your past memories. Do not let yourself get interrupted by your body. Be in the now of your being, this creation, this wondrous future you are in now. Be it now. Be in it now. It is here. It is now. Be in that vibration. Be in that awareness. Remain in it as now. Do not keep it in some future date. That is but the carrot on the stick before the horse. That is all the future is, the carrot on the stick before the horse. You may be wealthy in the future. You are wealthy now. You may be happy in the future. You are happy now. You have choice. Dr. T.M., can you ask, I am stuck for a job. Any advice from Ascended Masters? Thank you so much. Yes, you need to go into the feeling if you had a job you liked, because you don't want don't just get any job. Aren't you tired of doing that, just getting any job? What job would you like to have, and how would it feel right now? And ask yourself this question: how do you feel right now if you had that job right now? And then feel the feeling that comes from that consideration. Because remember, as they were saying, thought creates. So if you think about, I'm doing this job that I like right now. I'm doing it. How does it feel? You're actually creating the energy. Once you start to feel the energy, you're actually creating the energy to make that job happen. It won't take that long. Go into the feeling of having that job that you like now. Don't just choose any job. Choose a job you're going to like. Decide that. And imagine being in that job right now. And feel that feeling that comes with that feeling. Because the moment you feel it, the moment you generate an emotion, emotion organizes matter. My guardian angel John told me that many years ago. Emotions organize matter. So when you go into an emotion of the job and how beautiful it is, you're in it, you love it, you're enjoying it, and you wake up, you can't wait to get there every morning. You're creating an energy that you're transmitting to the world, and the world will be induced into change to support that particular outcome. Yes, it won't take you long. I'm told 3 weeks is the time frame you're looking at, Metiku. Hi, how is awakening process in Iran, Persia? Hello, Iran. Good to have you here. I want to say something. Every human being on this planet, irrespective of where you are, what country, what political system you're in, social system, what your monetary situation, whether you're in war or peace, every single soul is participating in creation right now. And what is creation for you right now? What is love's function? This is one thing that I'm always told a question. What is love's function as a thought, as a word, as an action? Not what I've been taught to believe love is. What do you think love is as a word, as a thought, as an action? And enact that. If I tune into what's going on in Iran right now, it's a very difficult time. Because there's all these petty people around the planet that want to be controlling everybody. They want to have all the marbles, and they don't want anybody to have them. And it's not just Iran. There's many countries in the world that's happening, in Europe, in America, in China, on virtually every continent. There are people that are playing their own creative process out the way they're playing it out. And you're playing yours out the way yours out. Really get love centered. What is love as a thought, as a word, as an action? Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Consider that. What is love as a thought, as a word, as an action? And if you begin to govern yourself from that energy, you'll be awakening. You'll be consciously choosing a thought. You'll be consciously choosing emotions. You'll be consciously choosing actions that are based in a concept of love for you. Be patient with it. Wonderful. Hi, guys. Good to see you. Any message for me today? Oh, yeah, we got that. Just scrolling down here. Hi, guys. Good morning. Welcome, everybody. Hi. Thoughts on creating a sitting meditation, worshiping prayer center for all faiths and beliefs? Well, that's a brilliant idea, because I basically, every single spiritual teaching that's based in love, and they tell me this all the time, humanity has to shift itself from fear to love. I don't know. When I'm asking them what they're saying, it is possible if you understand that you can put politics aside, you can put economics aside, and you can put anything else of this world aside, and you can teach individuals to go within. We have a masterclass called Masterclass 102 Liberation. And in Masterclass 102 Liberation, people who've never meditated in their lives before learn to meditate. And they achieve and move into states of being that they never thought possible. I cannot tell you how many times we've had students in our masterclass learning to meditate for the first time with tears streaming down their eyes from the joy and the bliss they feel being able to get their mind and their body out of the way for a change, to be able to just step out of your own mind for 5 minutes. Meditation will teach that. Anybody who understands the function of meditation, even to a small degree, knows that when you can take your mind and take your body and put them aside and distinguish yourself from them, you begin to awaken. You begin to move away from the body-mind paradigm, and you begin to connect. So we already have something like that going on in our Masterclass series, Masterclass 102 Liberation. You can go check out all the details for that course on my website, williammichaelforbes.com. You won't just learn how to meditate, you'll learn how to change your mind, and you'll learn how to change your body with ease and grace. Because your mind and body are not, they have a difficult time, your mind and body, trying to run things because they're very limited. Your mind and bodies are very limited to what they have as knowledge. Your body's limited to the 5 senses. Your mind's limited to the information you already have. Your soul, you, are unlimited. And you want to experience and express that. You want to learn to free yourself from the mind and body. But yeah, we're in the process of that right now. We also have friends that are creating energy centers around the planet right now. Hi. Yes, it is now. I claim it, and it will not let my past doctors, and I will not think negative thoughts. Remember, it's not just about not thinking negative thoughts. That's powerful, but you want to generate powerful, positive emotions of vitality in your body. You want to develop vitality, that not just the word, because the word is vitality, is the word, but the vibration of vitality. When you formulate a new thought about your body, add an energy to it. Vibrant, healthy, strong. Don't just say or think thoughts. You can think positive thoughts till the cows come home. If there's no emotional energy connected to the thought, it won't affect physiology. When there's an emotion involved, the body reacts immediately. That's why somebody can go into a doctor and the doctor gives them a negative diagnosis and all of a sudden the person gets really sick. It's not the thought, it's the emotion. Emotion organizes matter. So yeah, don't just go into positive thoughts. Go into the emotion of that positive thought. So it's like vitality, happiness, joy. You want to bring in the emotion so the body feels the emotion. When the body feels the emotion, it reacts. It's like when you're watching a TV show and your hero is facing an imminent threat and you're going, oh my gosh, my hero is going to get hurt. Your body's emotionally reacting, even though it's not happening to you. You're just watching it on the screen. But anything that stimulates an emotion in your body will cause a reaction in your body. So please, if you're going to focus on healing or positive thoughts, make certain you generate the emotion that goes with it. Vitality, oneness, bliss, happiness, contentment, peace, excitation. You want to ensure that you bring the emotion in, not just the thought. Thought plus emotion organizes matter. Thought plus emotion organizes matter. Yeah. Can the Ascended tell us what's a better way to switch gears when we find ourselves in the middle of negative thoughts and situations? Yeah. They said, just tell the mind, stop it. When you find that, just say to the mind, stop it. And another thing you can do, if the mind is going in a negative cycle, is ask the mind this question. I wonder what I'll think of next. You ask yourself that question right now. Watch what happens in your mind. I wonder what I'll think of next. Your mind just stops because you're not your mind. And your mind can't answer that question because the mind is based in the past. The mind is based in the past or the future. Your mind cannot live in the present. Only you can. But that's the simplest way, JJ, is to ask that question. If there's negative thinking or negative emotion going on, I wonder what I'll think of next, and watch what happens. Pretty fascinating. Yes, wonderful. Thank you for liking it. I really appreciate that. Thank you for all your support. Hi. There we go. Still going now. Oopsie. Hi, guys. Thank you for the badges. Hi, William from Australia. You and John inspire me. I love the connection that you both have. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love John too. Good question. Yes, emotion and healing. And do my angels feel if I need surgery or new meds anytime soon? Again, you have to exercise proper authority and discernment over your form. Considering that you have consumed and participated in certain substances that have damaged your body, the most intelligent step would be to remove from your body, stop putting into your body the things that are going to cause it physical harm. Begin to introduce things that will promote its physical vitality in conjunction with the ability to generate thoughts and emotional energies that will sustain the new body that you wish to experience. Yes. The 102 is magical. Stuff actually moved in my room on its own when I opened my eyes. That's very fascinating. Outside of the province, Leslie, why is a test needed? So you can grow. If you don't exercise a muscle, it will not grow. So if you want to awaken, you need something to awaken you. Most people, if you're at a point where you're already awakened, then you don't need any test. If you're already awakened and you know that you're a soul, that you're not your body, you're not your mind, you're not thoughts, then there's no test needed. When you are awakened, you do not need a test. Then it's just the pursuit of the divine, reuniting with your source. But until you awaken, you have to have some form of resistance so that you know where you're going. Oh, Amber, Van Twinkle, Amber. Van Twinkle saying Amber. I get a strong yes for the Amber, Daniela. Van Twinkle here just said about the Amber. So yeah, I get a strong yes for the Amber as the stone, the yellow stone that I was getting. That is it. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate it. We're all caught up there. Thank you, William. You're welcome, Leslie. What are the messages that my spiritual guides have for me? They want you to sit in peace and tranquility today. To sit in peace and tranquility today. Do not contemplate your thinking mind. Do not contemplate memories. Do not be trapped in anticipation. Be in this moment. Be in the place of peace within you. Rest in peace. It's not about leaving the body, it's about awakening. The statement, rest in peace, has nothing to do with death. It has to do with living, awakening, enlivening yourself. So spend this day and rest yourself in peace. Yes. I'm told to tell you, too, that you'll be given inspiration and new ideas in that place. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Would moving out of province for school or country would be good for me? I get a very strong yes for that. Thank you. A very strong yes for you moving out of the country or province. And again, for those of you that are subscribed to my TikTok channel, thank you so much for supporting it. Really appreciate it. Is Robin truly happy without me, and do I fully let him go? I get a strong yes for that. It's not about letting him go. It's about opening up to your new life. It's not about letting him go. It's about opening up to your new life. Yes. You still think you're going to be missing something by opening up to something new. But that's the illusion of the personality. You believe you're going to lose something. Sometimes you have to lose something to find something. But I'm being told to tell you, yes, you need to let go into your new life. Stop holding back. Don't be afraid. It's going to be okay. I had a question, William. Is the Ray D8 app creating scalar waves? I'm getting a no for that at the moment. Yeah. Kayla's asking, does everyone have a divine counterpart in each lifetime? Yes, everybody has a divine counterpart in every lifetime. It's whether or not you're ready to accept them. A lot of people will have bad experiences in relationship and then discount it. There's so many people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s who are completely alone now, living by themselves and unhappy. Not because they want to be, but because they base their possible relationships on their past. You have to let go of your past in order to have your divine complement come into your life. You have to really let it go. You really have to let go enough that you can invite that energy in. But everybody's got one. Everybody's got one. Lauren's asking, why do I feel such negative attack thoughts from a specific family member? Because you are, and you just have not learned how to release them. You have to release those negative thoughts about them from within yourself. Release the negative thoughts about them from within yourself, and you won't pick up their energy like that anymore. Your frustration and angst with them resonates with their judgment of you, so you stay connected. You stay in the loop. You've hooked into them. Let go. Let go of your judgment and frustration about them, and let that frustration and judgment go with love and grace. Sign up for Masterclass 102 if you want to learn how to let go of people in your life that no longer serve you. If you want to let go of old emotions that have been dogging you for days, weeks, months, or years, sign up for Masterclass 102. If you want to learn how to meditate, you want to learn how to connect to the divine, you want to awaken your soul, you want to learn about astral traveling and astral projection, sign up for Masterclass 102 Awakening. You have only got a week and a half left to do so. 1.5 weeks left to do so. So sign up. Go to WilliamMichaelForbes.com. WilliamMichaelForbes.com. And it's Masterclass 102 Liberation. I have drainage in my mouth and gums, and the doctors can't figure out why they say meds are the problem. I'm being told that you're not properly hydrated. You're not properly hydrated, and there's a type of food, living food. There's living food you need to eat. You need to eat like fresh, living food, not cooked or boiled or canned or boxed. You need to. Your body's this drainage is happening because the body's saying it needs something. It's trying to get rid of something, and it needs something, and you got to provide it with it. Yeah, I keep getting like lots of orange. I get lots of oranges. Would be really good for you. What are the benefits of meditation? The benefits of meditation are multiple fold. The first and most important benefit is it releases stress from the body. Secondly, it puts the body in a simulated state of sleep where the body can correct and repair damage done to it. It quiets your mind and gives you the experience of not being distracted by your thoughts, your memories, and emotions. I cannot tell you how many times I've watched people who've learned to meditate for the first time, and they come out and they go, oh, I didn't want to come out. I just wanted to stay there. It felt so good because they're not in their mind. They're not run by their body. They're not distracted by the world. You move into a different state. So there's obvious health benefits that happen because the body, when you put it in a state that resembles sleep, begins to correct and repair itself. the benefit to getting your mind quiet and calm and peaceful, and literally having your mind still and quiet where it's not distracting and disturbing you anymore, then you get to experience yourself as you really are. And when you begin to experience yourself as you really are, well, wonderful things begin to unfold for you.
Start to awaken.
Yes, you start to awaken. And that's exactly what begins to happen. Your mind and body are not who you are, but they will benefit greatly from your teaching your mind and body, because you have to teach your mind and you have to teach your body to meditate, because they don't know how to. You have to train them to do that. You'll learn how to do that in Masterclass 1 or 2. Sign up today. Don't wait. Yes. And drink more water. Yes. Hello. Good to see you. Yeah. Not only that, yeah, something else being told today, I have to say something else about meditation. With meditation, you can affect and influence your life very differently. When you learn the art of meditation, you can affect and influence your life very differently, and they're adding in the words very profoundly, right? Wonderful. Well, Amanda, I'm glad you feel privileged to be part of this channel. I'm grateful to hear that. Thank you so much. Andrea's bringing up a point. Amber is, when it is fully fossilized, it is the equivalent of a stone, but does not have the same properties. Hi there. You're very welcome. How do I relieve anxiety that comes out of nowhere and is very physical? Blood pressure goes up, etc. Sign up for Masterclass 102. I can promise you within the first week, your body will be very different. Your mind will be very different. You will be very different. Go to my website, WilliamMichaelForbes.com. But the simplest way, because you're asking for the simplest way to release anxiety, you have to speak to your anxiety. You have to say to it, you're safe. I am with you. I love you. I will take care of you. Just repeat those thoughts to your anxiety and watch what happens to it right now. I'm with you. I love you. I'll take care of you. You're perfectly safe. Just repeat those thoughts to your anxiety and watch what starts to happen to it. And then let us know in the comment section what happens to your anxiety when you did that. Thank you so much. Can you tell me which family member that has passed on is now with me? Grandma. Your grandma is with you right now at this moment. You're very welcome, Mary. Hi, Chelsea. Good to see you. Yeah, emotions are not that difficult to work with once you understand how to distinguish yourself from them. Most people think, I am anxious, I am sad, I am angry. No, you are aware of anxiousness, you are aware of sad, you are aware of angry, but you're not the anger, you're not the sadness, you're not the anxiety. You are aware of them. The moment you move into the position of being aware of, you immediately create a distance between yourself and the emotion. Now you can examine and evaluate it. Then you can interact with it very differently than you've been taught to. But most people believe they are their feelings. Do I think the journalist will be helpful? I've written many already. The one that you're going to connect with will be, yes. Hi. Hi there. Thank you for the badges. I appreciate that. Do you know how to get rid of evil eye? My husband was told he has it. Again, there are all kinds of beliefs and ideas that once established, if you accept them and have any emotion around them, they will have an impact on you. But I would have him do this if he's open to this, or you can do this on his behalf. You can make this statement to this evil eye: I release you from my life completely and with love and grace. I release you from my life completely and with love and grace. You want to communicate that energy. Notice the energy that's there, not just words. It has to be an energy. I release you completely from my life with love and grace. There needs to be an energy. Energy organizes and moves matter, right? Thank you so much. Good question. Are you able to tell me anything about my mom? she passed 10 years ago. That she's not in the world in between anymore. She's in an incarnation right now. She's in a physical incarnation right now. I'm not getting her being outside of the flesh. She's in a physical incarnation already, right? You can still talk to her higher self, though. You can still communicate with her higher self. You can learn to do that. Someone's asking, saying, I feel really off today. Any message for me? Yes. Sign up for Masterclass 102 Liberation. Don't waste any time. I think you were a former student. You can sign up as a repeat student for only $99 for the 3-week course. I highly recommend. Oh, you're very welcome. Those that are watching, I've accidentally blocked accounts by mistake because my fingers are a little big. So if I've accidentally blocked you, I'm so sorry. If you can find a way to reach me and let me know that's happened, I can arrange to unblock you. Do I have a message from your brother Doug? The only words that came to my mind: he shoots, he scores. It's just it's a hockey expression. He shoots, he scores. The first thing that came into my mind. He says that she'll get that. Why are you saying that? Yes. The connection. He's saying that because he's made a connection. You've made a connection with him just now. Right? Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Wonderful day. Hi. Hi, William. Are there archangels visiting me today, lately? There will be today if you're open to it, because you've just asked the question. Sometimes a question becomes a request. So if you have a chance to sit down in quiet, calm, undisturbed place and just open your awareness up to connecting to the guardian angel and the archangel that you have working with you right now, to just make a decision in a quiet space and a quiet time to be open and receptive to their information, their wisdom, their knowledge. Make sure you make time for them today. You have to make time. They're like people. You got to make time for them. I haven't felt my mom since she's passed. I've been meditating, but nothing. Any help? Great question. Usually that happens when they've gone into another lifetime. Usually that's what happens. You might try to ask for her higher self, not for your mom, the personality, but ask for her higher self to connect to you in your meditation. Your next meditation, ask for her higher self to connect with you. Not her personality, not the mom you remember, but the higher self of that personage. Ask her higher self to come and connect with you. You'll get very different results than you've gotten up to this point. Yes. Can I help you heal after your abdominal surgery? Yes, Pam, we can certainly do that if you want to do a little healing right now, Pam. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take both of your hands. And first thing I want you to do is I want you to put your hands slightly together, just like this. And then feel the energy between your hands. Just feel the way the energy is moving between your hands. Just feel it the way it is right now. And then take your hands, once you feel that energy, take your hands and place them over the part of your abdomen, side by side, over the part of your abdomen where the surgery occurred. And then feel that flow of energy as it enters the abdomen. Don't try to control it. Just allow the energy to flow from your hands towards the abdomen where the surgery was, and just feel the energy, follow the energy from the hands into the place where the surgery occurred. And just let yourself be aware of that flow of energy and just follow it. And allow the energy to do what it is needed to do. Okay? Do that right now. And as you do that for about 30 seconds. And just feel what starts to happen in there. And then put a message in the comment section after about 2 or 3 minutes. If you want to go deeper into that healing process, book a reading with me. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, book a one-on-one session with me. I'll have Archangel Raphael and a few others come in. But become very conscious of how that energy moves from your hands into the abdomen to the place where the surgery occurred. and just allow the energy to go through. Just be mindful of it. Just feel it and allow it. You might feel sudden sensations and twitches and twinges, and that's perfectly normal because energy organizes matter, right? You can even formulate the intention that you're restoring, rejuvenating, re-energizing, and revitalizing that part of the body. Yeah. You still have to, by the way, I'm being told to tell you, you still have to release the emotions that were responsible for the condition. You still have to learn how to release the emotions from the body that were responsible for the condition. Masterclass 102 will teach you how to do that, how to release old emotions from your body. Old emotions stored in the body for a long period of time can cause physical dis-ease. Thank you for the good vibes. Am I lacking vitamin C? I'm now eating an orange. Wonderful. Eat more than an orange today. Eat a few of them. And don't just eat the orange. Feel the energy of the orange. The orange is a living thing. The orange is alive, and you're now taking that life into your body, and become very aware that you're doing that when you're eating your fresh fruit or fresh vegetables. Be mindful. Don't just shove it in your mouth, but be mindful that you're literally taking life into the body. Remember that. I love that. Hello, can I get rid of or help move along chronic fatigue? Thank you. Yes, you can shift chronic fatigue. Again, old emotions, when they're stored from over lifetimes or even this lifetime, old emotions organize matter. Anger, anxiety, frustration, irritation, depression, they affect your physiology. We all know that. If you do not know how to change the energy from one state to another, it can be very difficult. But instead of attacking and being frustrated with your fatigue, I'm so tired of this, being tired. Right now, what I want you to do is I want you to feel your fatigue. I want you to feel your fatigue, feel where it is throughout your body. And I want you to speak and think these words to your fatigue. Okay? Think and speak these words to your fatigue. I'm going to take care of you from this point forward, and I will not ignore you because I'm willing to love you. Those statements. And just repeat those statements a few times to the fatigue and watch what begins to happen, and leave a comment in the comment section after you've done that. Thank you. Thank you. I felt a pinch release. I've been reading about trauma. Yeah, letting go of past trauma from the body, because you can go through trauma as a child and then it shows up as disease later. You can inherit anger and rage and frustration and addiction from grandparents, great-grandparents. You can inherit behaviors and emotions and thoughts from your ancestors. And you then have the responsibility of learning how to change and re-articulate those energies and those thoughts. Hi. Hello, William. Are there any messages for me from my daughter, husband, or my blood father? Wow. I'm just feeling this incredible upwelling of love for you, Kimberly. Like, I'm just feeling this incredible upwelling of love to you. Like this is come to your heart. They want this. Let their love come into your heart. Let their love come into your heart. Just let it come in. You keep denying it. Let it come in. Let their love come into your heart right now. They're just this incredible outpouring of love for you right now. So just let it in. Close your eyes and let their love come to you. Let yourself receive it. You're deserving of the love. Aside from that, your husband is saying that it's really important that you open up to a new life, open up to a new love, open up to the joy that is yours. Yes, he says we are on our journey too. Thank you. Hello, sunshine. Good to see you. Glad you made it. Wonderful. Hi. Let's see here. I'm just going back and forth between YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok because I'm streaming over all three platforms simultaneously. You're such a blessing to us all. Thank you so kindly. I really appreciate that. Hello, William. Are there any messages? Oh, we got that. Thank you. You're welcome about the orange juice. Hi. You're welcome. Are my ancestors Métis? Yes. You also have some you have more than Métis. You have another story. But yes, you do have ancestors that are Métis. Hi, Patty. Any message from Nick? It's funny. I often get songs that come when people are asking for loved ones, and the statement I don't know the name of the song, but I can hear the lyrics in my head. Some of the lyrics in my head. We're halfway there. Yeah, we're halfway there. Living on a Prayer. Thank you. Living on a Prayer is the song that he was communicating to me. Living on a Prayer. Thank you. My lovely partner is so telepathic too. It's wonderful. Yeah, Living on a Prayer. Any message from Anthony for me? Yes, he's saying, get out and enjoy more. Stand in the cathedrals of the forest, he's saying. He wants you to stand in the cathedrals of the forest. He's saying, and here, listen for God's voice in the branches of the trees. That's an odd message. Very good. Cool. Thank you so much. Hi. My father's estate is a mess. Can you feel, hang on, whoa, that's an important question. Can you feel he is at peace with all the fighting around him? He's saying to me he is not disturbed. He's not disturbed at all by what is occurring. But he says it's very interesting that each of you have forgotten what was really important. It's not about the stuff that I left for you. It's about how you work with each other, how you carry love forward. Yes. He's saying he should have. He said he didn't plan properly for that part. He did not plan properly for how you would get emotionally lost. Again, I would encourage you and your family, sign up for Masterclass 102. Literally. Because a lot of the pain and suffering you guys are going through, a lot of the anger and the infighting has nothing to do with your father. It has to do with the love and the unfulfilled need that's there, right? Because some of you believe you deserve more from your father than others. And no, he's saying it was to be shared lovingly and equally, that you could all recognize he loves you all dearly and equally. Very important. He wants me to re-stress that. I love you all equally. I did not mean to make one of you more important than the other. Do not believe that you are more important than the other. I love you all equally. That is how I would like you to know I remembered you. Wow. Cool. Wonderful. Hi, Pam. I wonder how Pam said she felt that pinch. I'm interested in the 102 Masterclass, but I don't see the time it starts. It starts August the 3rd. Next weekend. I believe it's a Saturday following this one, August the 3rd. It starts with the orientation at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the course spans a period of 3 weeks. There's a live event every day from Sunday through till Friday, or at least one live event every single day, Sunday through Friday, so that you'll get a chance to work with our other mediums. You'll get a chance to work with the Ascended Masters, whom I channel 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. They give us a discussion and a very profound meditation that usually awakens people. And the 102 is structured to teach you how to go from not knowing how to meditate to not only knowing how to meditate, but how to be in the present moment, how to let go of old emotions, and how to create a better future for yourself. And each week deals with one of those themes. Week 1's all about being in the present moment. Week 2 is all about letting go of past old emotions. And week 3 is about learning how to create a new future for yourself energetically. It's very beautiful and powerful. So please sign up today. You'll love it. You'll have a great time. I wonder if I have any messages from the divine. Oh, yes, you do. Yeah, you need to sit on a rock. You need to, they're showing me a picture of you sitting on a rock like the thinker. I don't know if you know about Rodin's sculpture called The Thinker, but they're saying find a rock and sit on the rock and just be there. Do not let your mind wander, but just be on the rock in the moment, and you will have your message from us. Yes. You're welcome, Patty. Going through a battle with cancer, sending you much, much love. I feel past life warrior coming on. Well, I'm sending you much love. I'm asking Archangel Raphael to reach out to you in whatever way you're open to receiving his energy for restoration and healing right now. Emotion organizes matter. You'll hear this a lot, but your emotions organize the matter of your body. Emotions from this lifetime, emotions from past lifetimes can organize and affect your body in very precise and specific ways. And so I want to encourage you to keep that in mind, that any dis-ease has as its foundation a cause. 90% of most disease is caused by emotional qualities. People that attract disease have an emotion that attracts that disease. When you can change your emotion, your physiology will change. And that's easy to prove. If you're watching a movie and it's a really exciting movie and you're, oh, that's so happy, your body is reacting. It's being stimulated to respond to a stimuli from that television show. And so you can become like the TV show for your own body and go vibrant, healthy, strong. You can go close to the part that's suffering and say, I love you, I'll take care of you. There's different ways you can learn to interact with your body than you've been trained by the environment. But I'm sending you much love and wishing you much love. Again, you might want to consider booking a one-on-one session with me. That could change things in a different way too. I lost my son 2 years ago on the 28th of this month. Sending you much love for that. Again, it's difficult when they leave the physical dimension, but I can tell you he's not lost. He's still staying very close to you. He has not gone off. He's just not in a physical form to communicate with you. He's just not physically with you. He's energetically with you. And if you close your eyes right now, if you literally close your eyes, take a slow, deep breath, relax your body, and just ask your son, think to your son by name. Think, don't speak, because they can't hear. People that aren't in bodies can't hear physical words, but they can hear thoughts. Thoughts can be heard physically, and thoughts can be heard spiritually. So think to your son, whatever his name is, ask him to come close to you. Ask him to get as close to you as he can, and be open to receiving. And then describe what you experienced and share it with us in the comment section, please. Let other people know what you experienced. Hi, William. What do the guides and angels say about me going into Chinese medicine? Thank you. Wow, I'm just getting like, if you've ever been to a concert and there's a large, polite applause, like it's really important. Chinese medicine is going to take you into a realm of awakening that you had no idea was there for you. Yes, I'm being told to tell you that right now. Chinese medicine is going to take you to a whole other level of awakening. It is not just as important that you understand it. It is not just about the function of the substances employed. It is the state of the being of the healer that is most central to the function of Chinese medicine, or in fact, any medicine being of any value to humanity. It is the state of the being that is the healer in this case. And your intention to heal is very, very clear. And that is the most important element for a healer, is that you are here to heal. Wow. Thank you, Kat. That was really nice. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Hi. Hi there. Thank you so much. I lost my uncle July 10th due to a heart attack and Parkinson's and diabetes. Sending you much love. Is my sister and I being scammed as we haven't received a copy of our dad's will? He passed May 2024. I'm not getting that you're being scammed, but I'm getting that you have to be more proactive in who you interact with. You have to be more proactive in who you interact with. Yeah, there's no scam here, but there is something that you have to take more action with regard to who's holding the will. You have to take more action with them. Yes. Hi. Your dad loves you, by the way. Did my Uncle Stan know I went to the funeral? Yes, he did. You felt him there. He says you felt him there. He's surprised you're asking the question. Thank you for sharing the video. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Kimberly. You're very welcome. Well, guys, I'm truly grateful for this time I get to spend with you today and everybody. William and guides have helped me. Someone's saying William and guides have helped me manage intense sadness from losing my brother 41 years ago. Thank you, Dean. Appreciate that. Yes, I did. When the casket went past, I broke down. Yes, I know you did. Yeah, he was with you, touched you. You love that, eh? You're very welcome, Andrea. Thank you so much. And I want to say thank you to everybody for joining today. Hope you'll join us on Friday. Remember, you've only got less than a week and a half now to sign up for Masterclass 102 Liberation. You want to learn how to meditate. You want to learn how to let go of old past emotions from your mind and your body. You want to release old past life stuff. You want to get into astral projection, astral traveling, get introduced to that process. Then sign up for Masterclass 102 today. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and I will see you guys on the Friday edition of Shortcuts Result. And I want to say thank you to the Ascended for being present with us today and the loved ones that came through as well. Take care, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys on Friday. Bye for now.